So what makes a good press release? Well, it needs to be new content. Remember, this is going to go on your site. It's going to be picked up by the media, hopefully. So it needs to be something that's worth reading, and it needs to be something that's new that nobody has heard about yet. It certainly should be something that's interesting for all of your fans. It needs to be high quality, which means it needs to be well written. It needs to be coherent. And as much as I hate to say this, you need to make sure that you spell check. And it should be newsworthy. Journalists and media are going to pick this up, and they get bombarded with press releases every day. It's at their discretion which ones they pick up. So the bigger the news is, the higher quality news item that you're announcing, the more likely it is to be picked up by other people, or by media rather. Some ideas for bands. There's a lot of new stuff that you can write about and announce in a press release. However, if you've just gotten a new guitar, that probably doesn't qualify. If you've just gotten a set of new cymbals, that doesn't qualify. But if you're announcing a new tour schedule, if you've just signed a new record deal or a new licensing deal, if there's a new show that's announced, or you're releasing an album or a single, or even if you're going back into the studio, or a new sponsorship even, those are all great concepts and great ideas for a press release. A good press release follows a standard format. There's a standard news format that most traditional press releases follow. You want to answer the who, what, why, when, and where of whatever the piece is, and it's typically 300 to 800 words. So a great resource is prweb.com, not only to distribute the press release, but if you'll go on the left-hand side, there's a link called News Resources 101. And that has some tutorials there for you to look at that discusses writing a press release and some of the major components. And that's a great resource for if you're just beginning. And also looking at some examples. If you'll follow the link industry categories and then go to arts and entertainment, music, there's an entire list of press releases in the music industry that you can look at. You can see the topics that people are announcing, but also look at the formats and look at the headlines and see how the thing is structured. Both of those are great resources for if you're just starting out. Use those resources to kind of get your wits about you if you're just now writing press releases.